There you go. Welcome. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to our Tax Savings Tuesday. We're going to go over with the tax filing deadline workshop for S Corp and partnership. This is going to be September 15. But for those of you who are filing individual return, you have until October 15 to, well, actually, it's not October 15. The deadline would be October 17 because October 15 falls on the weekend. But before anything else, are you guys ready? Do you still have a lot of things to do and sort out with your income and expenses for your partnership and S Corp return? This is the right workshop for you. We are going to go over what are the 10 tips that you have to remember in preparing your tax return. But the most important thing, you need to organize your books. It's a good record keeping. I'm Christopher, 2022 Business Person of the Year and founder of WYCOTAX. This is a virtual tax and payroll bookkeeping service solution in the US. We're going to go over what are the tips that you have to learn in preparing. If you want to avail our free consultation, all you have to do is click the link below and then book our 30-minute free consultation today. We have our contact information out there. I'm sorry if you guys need consultation, please. We have an office number. That's where I actually communicate with any consultation. Also the same thing with our booking calendar. This webinar, it only lasts actually less than 30 minutes. The Q&A session is after the presentation. The participants are encouraged to type their questions on the chat section below. There you go. And then if you want to download the checklist for the bookkeeping and tax, for the tax and bookkeeping checklist, please go on our website. And if you want to build an economic and recession-proof business, also book me for a 30-minute consultation today. Please, some of the contents or all of the contents are being uploaded on our YouTube channel. Please click and share. Subscribe today on my YouTube, Chris Y. Coco. This is how it started before I jump in, everybody. I came in the United States as 2010, and then I finished the Bachelor's of Science in Nursing. That's my family. But of course, from Bachelor's of Science in Nursing, I started my own company, becoming entrepreneur because on my journey as a salesman here in the US, somebody gave me that opportunity, an accountant who trusted me. That's why the WYCOTAX was born, because the most important thing for me is not just a financial freedom, but most importantly is time freedom. And I'm so proud that I have a twin brother, and he's one of the reasons why I continue my journey through entrepreneurship. Because of this business and entrepreneurship, I was able to sustain him through his medication and rehabilitation in the Philippines. At the same time, support financially for my family. There you go. That's why as operating room nurse, from being operating room nurse, I'm now a chief operating officer of my company. And this is how you start. You need to be a selfless person who would like to give free education and service to your business community, enable for you to be known in any industry or niche that you are offering. Then in 2015, the WYCOTAX has born. And from one location, we are already have 4 different locations. Even though we do have 4 locations, all our appointments are virtual. As we evolved, especially during the pandemic situation, we need to innovate, integrate, and collaborate. We have a combined 30 years of experience doing our what we do best, tax, payroll, and bookkeeping. So this year we were nominated, or we won, Business Person of the Years. That's why if you're tired of doing it yourself for your payroll bookkeeping, 2022 is the tsunami of tax audits. But I just like to address who should attend. Small business owners, self-employed and work from home, receive 1099s, S corporations, LLCs, and partnerships with or without employees, e-commerce, and then also non-accountants. These workshops are for you. Remember, the 2022 is the tsunami of the Internal Revenue Service audits because they gave away a lot of stimulus checks. They know who to run after. This IRS beginning 2020 is hiring 87,000, or beginning 2021 is hiring 87,000 new agents to audit a small business owner. You have to avoid the trial and error approach that will cause IRS red flags, which paralyzes your business. Just a disclaimer, this material has been prepared for informational purposes only. It is not intended to provide and should not be relied on any tax or legal or accounting advice. Example and other materials in this webinar are only for illustrative purpose and should not be relied upon for technical answers. WYCOTAX is a virtual outsourced tax and bookkeeping company, and we are not associated to any institution on this presentation, and it's a private business providing resources for small businesses. Let's do a case study. This is Gloria. She's a business owner of a therapy spa and massage clinic. She's considering getting more funding resources. So what are the things she needs to keep in mind related to her financial documents? Anything that you're going to ask for resources, maybe your grants or funding to the bank, any type of financial resources, they all need your updated financial statements and tax returns. Also, they with our month today is September 15, they also need you to update and file your current tax return, whether it's an S Corp 1040 or partnership return. That's why I make it easier. You have to write the word accountant, okay? ACCOUNTANT. So that's what we're going to use for our presentation. Those are the 10 tips. Let's start with letter A. Can you write it there? Letter A. All right, letter A, you have to avoid the mixture of accounts. This is a no-no. Whenever you have a business account, just use it for business use. If you have personal expenses, do not commingle these accounts because this is a red flag to the Internal Revenue Service. If you're traveling somewhere, you need to identify if it's a business trip, use your business credit card or business bank account. If it's a personal trip, use your personal credit card. Do not mix. It's like you're shooting yourself in the foot because the more the unorganized your documents is, the harder that your tax professional will work. And then the IRS would also work harder to audit that because they know something is up. Next, letter C, you have to cut back. Can you type there, letter C? Cut back on manual reporting. When in terms of tax preparation, you have to realize that we already have mobile apps where you can store the receipts, take a picture. Who among you here still has a shoebox for the receipts? Do not make yourself harder, especially if you're a business owner. Download an app. QuickBooks has its own mobile app to store the receipts. And also try to invest in a QuickBooks Online. That is an accounting software where you could actually do your profit and loss financial statements. We have the link also on my YouTube channel. You can subscribe for your bookkeeping subscriptions and payroll also. So that's why everything right now is automatic. It could be integrated. Your bank account, credit card statements, any business accounts can be integrated now on QuickBooks. You have to adapt where it's not right now. We're all iPhones and you're still using typewriter. Okay, so you have to work smart, especially if you're a business owner. You don't have so much time on doing manual data entry. Another C. So we discussed put letter C. You have to count with experience. If you're building an empire on your business, would you rather build it on a sand or a stone? The same thing with your tax or financial needs. You need to make sure that you have an expert more smarter than you, because you don't want it like blind leading the blind. Yesterday, it's a good story. I was watching Gucci, the House of Gucci. I really highly suggested that everybody should watch that if you're a business owner. They have a generational income, $1 billion empire, but then all the family members either get kicked out in the company or went bankrupt or died because of poverty. You know what's the problem? Right now, Gucci is not owned by a family. It is owned by a corporation, because the problem, the family member inherited poor tax planning. So one of the 50% of the owner, the uncle, own the Internal Revenue Service because they did not plan ahead of time. They live day by day. They felt like whatever their father said is true and correct, which makes them in deep trouble. He was in prison, the uncle was in prison because of tax evasion. And if you are a startup company, you need to partner up yourself with experienced tax professional. And you have to leverage on somebody's experience and able to avoid the trial and error mistake, because the number one collector here in America or in general is the Internal Revenue Service. Avoid that tax evasion, tax audits, and right now IRS is really been so aggressive on these audits. Then after the other C, you have to write O. Open and check your accounts. Even though you have a bookkeeper a bookkeeper doing your books, it's important that you randomly check your account, because sometimes there might be unauthorized transactions that you have that especially those kind of current subscriptions. There are some subscriptions that you don't need or you downgrade, especially on my phone plan. I used to pay $500, $600 per month, but since we cut the lines from 10 lines to 5, it downgraded to only half of that is the monthly fee. However, they forgot, even though I requested it already, they forgot to downgrade that. And that's a big chunk of money. $250 of excess unnecessary expenses is still something that could save you. And they gave me credits because of that. That's why if you want to set this, always check randomly, have a meeting with your bookkeeper, even once a month or even every 3 months. It's important that you consult or consolidate your checking account, set up a one-time passcode for your credit card, and have a guest access only for your bookkeeper on your QuickBooks. Then another, so we're done with the ACCO. Then we'll go with the U, utilize every deduction. I said that every deduction can definitely can be a business deduction if it's regular, ordinary, exclusive, and related to the business that you're doing. If you're going to go to the Philippines, make sure that you attend business conferences related to your business. Get hold of the Chamber of Commerce, have a meeting through different business organizations on how to expand. If this company like Gloria, she has a therapy clinic, she would like to, let's say, leverage her manpower in terms of collections and billing, she might be thinking of putting a back office in the Philippines, and that's considered business deduction, even though she's visiting her family. So that's why 2 birds in 1 stone. So those are just some of the strategies that you can pick, especially when you travel. That's the best time that try to book an appointment, communicate with different chamber officers, influencers, and leaders of the country on expanding your business. And those can be part of a business deduction with the personal trip. The IRS allows that. Then next, after ACC, okay, who among you remember our acronym ACCOU? Again, please write it down if you have any takeaways. Next, need payroll accuracy. Remember, whenever you have a business, you cannot always do owner's withdrawal, because that's not a business expense. All you have to do from limited liability company, you need to be an S Corp election so you can be treated as an employee of your own company. Remember, there are 3-step process. You need to be an LLC. Then second, if you're making at least taking home more than $50,000 here in Texas, you need to put yourself on payroll. The second step is S Corp election, and the third one is put yourself on payroll, like a salary, maybe monthly salary, because any payroll or business payroll expenses that you receive is also business deductions. You see what I'm saying? Like, for example, you are not wasting your money setting up a payroll. Basically, it's like a house. Your business is like a house. You're just working on all your rearranging the way you distribute your funds, and the way from taxable income, we need to convert it to non-taxable income. That's why a good record keeping or a good tax planning starts with a good record keeping. Can you follow? All right, next is this is something that a House of Gucci really forgot, is tax saving benefits. The tax saving benefits, remember, you could actually minimize your taxes by increasing your wealth. That's the reason why you have to put yourself on payroll, open a retirement benefits, IRA, life insurance, index universal life. Those are just some of the things. Open a trust fund would be another for inheritance wealth or inheritance real estate. There's just so many. That's why what you're doing right now is a year-to-year basis, but you're parking your money, your taxable money, to a non-taxable product or services. So when you retire at the age of 60 or 65, or whoever's going to benefit your money, what if it's safe and it's protected from the Internal Revenue Service. I'd like you to really watch again House of Gucci. Another thing is What Would Rockefeller Do? That is a book that you also need to check. They have a good, very excellent tax planning. All right, so we have letter T. Next, we're gonna go to the letter A, and this is what we have. The all tax forms will be needed. Please go to our website and download those tax forms from the income, 1099s, W-2. You all need to have it all together. If you have filing together with your wife or your husband or your partner, do not forget to include those on your tax returns, because that the IRS already have those copies. We have that link on the checklist. Download them, and then you would really need them before September 15. Then last, letter N, neat and organized record. This is what I'm saying a while ago. You need to separate your business and personal expenses together with your mileage. There's a mileage tracker that you can use. There is a receipt, scanner, all of those. You could also use those. And all businesses are required to maintain their accounting records at least 4 years and more. That's the reason having an electronic filing storage would really help you a lot. Then lastly, we have a top priority reports. That's why I'm saying that this September 15th, even though you file an extension, but you forgot, if Gloria forgot to file the business partnership return or S Corp, this coming September 15, there will be penalties of not filing on time and not paying on time. Remember, even you did not file on March 15 or April 15, you still have to make your payment. Okay, your tax liability. That's why if you want to connect, we have a Quickbooks online. That's so fast. I hope you learned something today. If you have not, just watch the replay, the word accountant. Okay. Please check our affiliated marketing. We are affiliated with QuickBooks. If you need a lawyer for your driving ticket, any type of immigration lawyer, review of your contracts, we are partnered up with Legal Shield. The benefits of outsourcing, running a business, it's a full-time, exhausting job. That's why we're giving you peace of mind. We are going to deal with the IRS letters if you are subscribed to us. That will save you headache, time, money, and most importantly, if you're expanding out there, you will have a faster access to grants and loans. Why WYCOTAX? Because WYCOTAX, it's my last name, WYCO. It's a worry-free, year-round, competitive, and on-time tax payroll bookkeeping virtual service solution. Please check our reviews. On any reviews and recommendations, you have to choose your battle. If you're building an empire, you need do not learn from the mistake of Gucci. If you're thinking in the long term, you need to have experienced people working with you. Do you want to be on the left or the right side in terms of the reports? I'm telling you, on the left side, this will go to the trash by the IRS auditor. We dealt with auditor already. I'm telling you how they think and how they work. They know when there's something is going on. Do not estimate your numbers. All right, so these are the things you want to grow your business, or you want to work in the business, or you want to work on your business. You need to have a team, and according to Steve Jobs, the great things in business are never happen or done by one person. They are done by the team of experienced, smart people. These are awards and certifications. You can check, Google me, and one of the we are also helping people that don't have social security number to open a business in America using an ITIN, but you need to have an acceptance agent, and that's me. If you will be given a chance to build an economic and recession-proof business, would you take it? And able for you to take it, you need to book a 30-minute consultation. Thank you for watching. This is, you can find me on LinkedIn, YouTube. We have a WYCOTAX page, and that's all for me today. All right, there you go. Thank you. What are your takeaways? Comment below. Let me know again. I'm Chris Wycoco, founder of WYCOTAX, an all-year-round, all-in-one tax payroll bookkeeping service solution. I'll see you soon, and stay safe. Happy Tuesday.